All right. Welcome back to Babble On. We're the podcast where you're watching.
Grieving.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I said I was like the chaos option because I feel
grieving.
I feel like this
seems fine.
This is how the industry works. Is you're like, okay, we've got this all set up.
This is all Allie's fault. Everyone blame Allie.
Retroactively?
Retroactively. It's time travel and causation and
time is a triangle.
No, you're right.
Yes,
You're right.
So is Delenn.
There's no beginning or end to the time.
No, exactly.
You're right.
What were you saying?
I am Tavirin, as they say in Wheel of Time.
Yes.
Jenny, what were you saying? Sorry.
I was saying that I'm Jenny. I'm a big fan of Babble On 5.
I'm Jenn. I'm also a big fan of Babble On 5, and I'm a very big fan of Bruce Boxleitner, which I can now say.
Yes. You're also a showrunner and a screenwriter.
I am. I'm a showrunner and screenwriter. This is also true. These are all
Gus.
true.
I'm an actor. #1 Jeff fan. Jeff 2 seems pretty great so far.
Okay.
New Jeff seems like a pretty cool dude, and I am actually being won over, but I'm still grieving.
Yes.
Please respect his privacy at this time. I am Allie. I am an actor and a screenwriter. And
I'm an actor. If I didn't say that,
you did, but it's okay.
And I'm a first-time watcher of Babble On 5, but I'm a big fan of what I've seen so far.
The Babble On podcast was our last best hope for a deep dive. A self-contained discussion, 4 hosts strong, located in the neutral territory of the Zocalo. A place of commentary and analysis for 2 veterans and 2 newcomers. A shining beacon of fandom, all alone in the streaming void. It was the dawn of the streaming age. The year the great theories came upon us all. This is the story of Babble On. The year is 2025. The place, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, and I believe you might have some concerns or thoughts or questions about some stuff that might have oh, look! There's a foot.
And this is Petey's.
That's
here.
Petey's foot. It's cute.
Paw.
Hi, Paul.
Concerns.
Hi, Petey.
There are many concerns. However,
Yes.
I loved this episode, even though there wasn't any Jeff. They
No
talked
Jeff
about
whatsoever.
Jeff.
They talked about
And
Jeff.
even though it was a very expositional episode.
Yes.
Highly expository.
But they had a lot
And
to
yet-
explain.
They did, and yet entertaining, nonetheless.
Very.
Yeah. That's why you call Janet in. That's why
Which
you
is
call
hard to
Janet
do.
in.
Bring us our Janet.
Janet
They're like, Janet, we
only
need
hits
you.
home runs.
Like,
Janet
Janet.
is the Shohei Ohtani of Babble On 5 directors.
So what's going on with Jeff?
Shohei,
What happened?
Okay.
I see.
All
I
right.
had said that
Yeah.
this industry is so chaotic that you can lose your top guy.
it does happen. I mean, it reminds me of there's this. It's not quite kind of the same extent. This happens on Monk too,
Oh, yeah.
where Monk's assistant just disappears between season 3 and 4, I think.
Okay.
And they bring in someone else, and it turns out fine.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this situation, I was talking with Jen. I hope you don't mind if I take the lead on this, Jen.
No, please do.
Okay. About how I'm about to give you information that nobody had until 2012. So understand that everybody who watched this show did not realize this. And part of me is a little bit sad that you can't experience the experience that those of us who didn't know this had, who just assumed that what happens from here on out was the original plan. Yeah. I'm just going to say it works well. It does work really well. But,
I can already feel that, honestly.
Yeah.
Like having him become the Minbari ambassador makes a lot of sense. They said Jeff is gone. I'm like, how? I'm like, oh, he still exists.
He still exists.
He's still
in
a
the
character
world.
who exists.
Yeah.
He's still important to some extent. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. So I'm saying that because, you're smart people. I'm hoping that you can look at this through the 2 different lenses of like those of us who watch this live thought, I'm going to use terminology that we would use now, that nobody, like, we thought that this was a Ned Stark thing going on of like, oh, they pulled the lead. And so that's the lens that we had. But also then the lens of, oh, this is how a person had to rework something, having lost their cornerstone, basically. Right. So like, look at it from both of those lenses. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think there was, I would say that, I mean, at the time I didn't have this because as we have discovered, I didn't watch much of season 1. I started watching the show when Bruce Boxleitner was the star. And so I was like, who the fuck is this guy at the beginning? When we started season 1, I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I mean, I knew, but I had forgotten that I knew. And I had even like read on it. And I was like, I knew he was going to change up, but I was also like, I like the pilot day when we watched our pilot, I was like, this is hard.
Very
this is
confused.
what. Yes. So, and then knowing that everybody changed over after the pilot, but knowing we were going to be keeping Sinclair. So anyway, in any case, that's what I thought. But I also would say that at the time that this all happened back in the 90s, we didn't have the internet to give us all the information. Yeah.
But
I do think there
was internet because JMS was on it, but most people were not. Yeah.
Yeah. Most people were not. And we certainly didn't have like Google, like, and so, but it was, I think to some degree, a little bit of a Barney situation of people didn't understand. Mostly people thought this was part of the big plan. And JMS actually, because he was on these forums, did not allude to the fact that it was not a part of the plan.
No, in fact, he actively said that it was part of the plan. Like he actively,
and there was a good reason why.
But it wasn't.
But it was not.
Well, I'm about to.
Because what you're saying, it implies that it was. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I didn't.
No.
Yeah, no. So what happened is, as season 1 was going on, and it's hard to nail down the time. So I'm going to be very vague about time periods because this is 30 years ago. And obviously we're talking about somebody, it's somebody's privacy basically that we're talking about.
Yeah.
It became evident that Michael O'Hare was struggling, and beginning to behave erratically, inappropriately, just whatnot. And JMS called him in for a meeting. And in the meeting that JMS called him in for, basically in his autobiography, when he talks about it, it's like it was clear he was having a psychotic break. Like while we're talking, like his mind is going off in different directions and he's beginning sentences that he's not finishing and bringing in other things. He was becoming like, he was suffering from paranoid schizophrenia is basically.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, like he was hearing voices and
oh god.
And he didn't know sometimes what reality was and what was not. And so like watching some of those episodes in season 1.
And he's playing a character who's having people implant shit in his brain and has whole jeez.
Yeah.
So it's really hard, So when
he's on the older side for that to manifest, isn't he?
Yes, very much.
Normally that's something that would manifest in your like 20s and
early
30s.
20s,
teens,
usually.
Teens, 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's devastating.
Yeah. And when it was clear that that was what was going on, JMS offered to shut down production so that Michael O'Hare could go and to get the treatment.
Oh, wow.
But Michael's response to that is like, no, it's going to take months. Like, because obviously they have to figure out which medications would work and which treatments would be helpful. So don't do that because that will shut down. Like there's the show won't come back basically. So let's finish out the season and see where we go, see what happens. So they made accommodations for him, like shooting earlier in the day because as the day went on, things got more difficult. And sometimes he would shoot alone. So like you could see certain shots where you get like, he is the only person in shot. It's because he's shooting alone sometimes, because people would agitate him. And like having a lot of people around sometimes was agitating for him. And by the end of the season, it was clear that he was not able to continue. So JMS basically said, okay, like, we'll let you go. And I'm just going to say this is not something that JMS basically helped him out for the rest of his life, like made sure that he got treatment and place to stay and things like that until he passed away. And,
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, and JMS promised that he said to him, don't worry, I'm going to take this information to my grave. And Michael O'Hare's response was, no, don't take it to my grave. Like, I don't want people knowing while I'm alive because I do want to still be able to work. But I also don't want people forever thinking that I just quit the show or left for no reason. I want people to know that this can happen to anybody. Yeah, the cast did not know at all. They didn't find out until JMS revealed it in 2015. So Michael O'Hare said, I want people to know that this can happen to like the lead actor in a show, because then they can know it can happen to anybody. So I want people to know, but not until after I've gone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah.
That's devastating.
It's really tragic.
What a way to handle that for O'Hare and for JMS both.
For both of them, yeah. They both had a lot of dignity in the way that they handled it. And
incredible. I
just want to highlight some things that I pulled up, because I looked into Michael O'Hare, a little bit about him. We talked about his acting style before, and he does definitely have a theater background, to the point that, and I did not know this until I looked it up, it's just interesting, he was the first white actor nominated by the African American theater community for I don't know how to pronounce this, the Adelco Award for Best Actor playing a captain in a play about apartheid in South Africa. So
my God, really?
Yeah, he was the first white actor to win an award from that. He has a lot of roles. He was mostly at that, like in theater, he seems to have had a lot of notable and lead roles. In television, aside from Babylon 5, he was often a guest or recurring, but like he had a pretty robust career. But after Babylon 5, I think he only had maybe 2 other roles.
Well, that's a lot to deal with, even if you're able to pursue treatment. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And at the time, too, Hollywood really was the place where you could not share that kind of information. It has changed, and also like laws have changed to protect people as well. But at that time,
of course,
you could not share a diagnosis like this and think you would ever work again. And you also wouldn't be able to get insured, blah, 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 and all of that. So, to be a lead on a show. So it was a sticky situation for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And also, like, sad that the cast didn't know. And couldn't support him through that, too.
Because I imagine you work with people that long, you make friends. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah. I imagine also, like I said, one of the reasons that he was called in is because he was behaving erratically with the cast. Right. And so, things were.
Well, yeah, when you're,
yeah,
that'll happen when you're having paranoid delusions, I guess.
Exactly. So it is unfortunate that they didn't know. Right.
They couldn't get an explanation. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That really sucks.
It does. But like I said, and it's one of the things I have an intense amount of respect for.
Absolutely.
Like, both Michael O'Hare and JMS. JMS, like I said, cared for him. For basically financially supported him for a long time. Because he was, unable to work for a while.
Yeah. And JMS's, like, his part of, I assume this, I don't know this for a fact, but I assume that part of his reasoning for kind of digging in so hard to say, oh, this was the plan from the beginning, was to help protect that reason.
Exactly. To protect him.
It wasn't just a like, oh yeah, I had it all figured out. It was like, I'm going to tell people that because I don't want people to think that there was a reason for him to need to leave the show.
Exactly.
And honestly, the way that this episode is written, I think does a really good job of being like
really, really well. Because it sets up that Jeff's off doing something else. It leaves the door open. I imagine he was leaving some extent of a door open in case treatment went really well, which I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe he shows up. I don't know. But because he's still around, he's just not there.
He still exists. Yeah. And there is a comic that takes place in the 8 days between the season finale and the season premiere that features Jeff basically getting called back to Earth. It's canon. He mentions it in the notes that he goes back to Earth. He meets the president of Earth, who is, the vice president from before.
Yeah, trash Jim.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And the president knows about the Minbari reasoning for ending the war. Like the Minbari apparently told the president, why they surrendered.
And the presidents always know. Okay.
The presidents always know. Yeah. So
but this guy doesn't believe it because he's a sack of shit. So.
Yeah. Yeah. The president also, according to the comic, and I'm just saying this because it's canon, doesn't believe it either. Like, it's just a case of, and in the notes, I will also say JMS did say, because people are like, oh, so souls canonically exist? He's like, well, just because characters believe something doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. Like, you can take it as you will, as, you know, whatever you think. But,
right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
There's something going on.
Yeah. We'll get to this when we get to it in the episode. Because I was going to say something about that. Like, I had a question as we were listening to the episode. I was watching the episode about that as well. But I do also want to say JMS is an excellent comic book writer, and he is currently writing a run on Spider-Man again. Like, he did some of the best Spider-Man from like 15 years ago. He's currently doing it. And David was like, I got them for you because you need to be caught up before you guys start season 2, but I didn't read it yet. So for our next recording, I will hopefully have gotten a little bit more caught up, because he said it's great. Nice. He said it's fantastic. Yeah.
This also, there were some, when we announced that we were doing the podcast, a lot of people jumped in chat and started making a lot of weird comments about season 1 at me. Right. You immediately told me, don't read any of this.
Yes,
and so
exactly.
I had to mute the channel. It explains a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were telling me, like, do not be mean about the acting. And I was like, what are you talking? Why would I ever be mean about the acting? What are you talking about? But now this makes sense.
Yeah. I thought his acting was
especially knowing that.
I didn't notice.
Holy fuck.
I didn't notice anything was off. I don't know. This is my thing about entertainment is people have these ideas about entertainment where they're like, you know, they attack people for all kinds of crap, and I'm just like, you have no idea why they might have made that decision. You have no idea what might be going on behind the scenes. You have no idea. These are real people with lives who are doing a job. Like, at the end of the day, this is their job that they show up for, and they do their best. And they're passionate about it, because no one who is in entertainment is like, oh, I'm just doing this to like make a lot of money. You know that like most of the time there's a chance you'll probably make none. Right. Yeah. Like a lot of people make none, especially right now. So like, I'm just like, you have no fucking idea what could be going on. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear as YouTube, but like,
it's okay.
You have no idea what might be going on. These are real people. They're trying to do a job. They have lives. And this industry is very hard and very stressful. And so like, don't throw shit at people. Yeah. Don't throw additional shit at people. You have no idea.
There's this assumption that like, that creators of entertainment are, omniscient and like see it all and have it all figured out and don't make mistakes, like canonical mistakes along the way, because we are human people writing this. 1, 2, that like, of course, it's the best job in the world, so you would never quit it for life. And life gets in the way all the time. I mean, we all talked about this back when we lost Barney after season 1 of Wheel of Time as our Matt Cawthon, and like everybody was like, why is he leaving? Why is he leaving? It's like, it's none of your fucking business is why he's leaving. Yeah. And sorry, I just forced it. But it's, like life happens. And
20 minutes in.
I know, it gets fine. But life happens, and we are humans first before we are performers for all of the rest of the world. I mean, and Allie, you missed this for a second, right? But when we were between watch and podcast, Jenny and I were talking about a show we loved from the 80s that starred Bruce Boxleitner called Scarecrow and Mrs. King. And it was a really popular show, and it was doing really well. Kate Jackson was the lead opposite him. And as I was reading about, like, I was like, why did the show end? I don't remember when it ended. They did a season 4, and they were going to come back for season 5. And during the end of season 4, Kate Jackson was fighting breast cancer, and she was going through treatment, and she continued to act through season 4. And after season 4 ended and she was in recovery from treatment, she was like, I'm doing great, but I need to step back, and I need to take care of my family and myself and my own health. And I need to like not be doing a show. And she wrote this beautiful letter about like why I'm not coming back. And they were like, cool, we're not going to do a season 5 because you are the show. The two of you are the show. So they didn't do it. It happens.
Yeah.
And happens. People forget we're human beings.
We're people
first,
going through things all the time. And it's like, you have no idea what the people who make your content are dealing with behind the scenes that they can't talk about or don't feel comfortable talking about. And they don't owe you explanations for anything.
No.
They don't owe you anything.
Yeah, like, you can walk from something at any time.
At any time. Gus and I talk about it all the time. We're like, you know, we talk about, you know, all the stuff that we're doing, and it's a lot sometimes. And we're like, okay, know this, like, there is nothing that we can't walk away from if we need to, because our health and our mental health is more important at the end of the day. It just has to be. Like, you see too many really incredible, talented people burn themselves to a crisp because this industry demands a lot of you. When you come home from your job, you open up your computer and you have another job. That's this industry. You work constantly at this. Even like before you start actually making money at this, while you start making money at this, you still have fucking ways of trying to like penny pinch everything together. When you actually, like, once you're a showrunner, holy shit, you're never done working. Like, it's just like at every level, you're never done. And yeah, that's true of a lot of industries, but it's just like people expect that because this job is a fun job, right? That you're just...
You get to go out and play make-believe all day.
Like, yeah, but it's a lot of fucking work.
You just get to doodle on pages all day. And you get to kiss Sydney Sweeney as your job. It's like...
Well, we talk, you know, and like you just said too, you know, showrunners are doing so much, like it never stops, but they're also worried about what their next job is going to be because shows don't last forever. Time. If you're making a movie, you have a nice little like round time that you're going to be done, and then you're like done, so you know you're working for your next one. With your show, you're like, I'm trying to continue the show and make sure we do a good enough job now that the show gets to keep going. And then if it doesn't, I better have already had some ducks in a row so that when it doesn't, I'm ready to go. And also people are like, you're running a show. You've made it. You've made it in Hollywood. Nobody's made it in Hollywood. None of us know where our next thing is coming from. Never. And that penny pinching never stops because you never know what's going to be next. And
you have no job security. You have no idea what's ever going to happen. It's like, every moment is just like you doing your best. And you're like, okay, I'm going to be as creative as I can be while still trying to make everybody happy. And then like once you're in an upper level position too, you're responsible for everyone else's jobs who are under you, who are also all thinking about their next job. It never stops. It is a very stressful industry. It is not cool, calm, and casual. And 90% of the time you find that backstage, everything's held together by like two people in duct tape. No matter how high the budget is. I heard there was like a multi-million-dollar film. I think it was like $100 million, and they couldn't afford a dolly. Because all the CGI was so expensive. They couldn't afford a dolly to move stuff. They had to figure something out. That's crazy. That's the industry we picked, and it's great, and I love it so much. I love it so much I can't do it. No, but the thing is I've sat here so many times and gone like, can I possibly do something else? And it's like the answer's always no. And I'm always like, are we sure?
Would I be happy doing something else?
No.
No.
But that's why they say to you when you're starting, it's like, if you can picture yourself doing anything else, go do that. That's what everyone says to you. And you're like, what a pessimistic, asshole-ish thing to say. And you're like, no, actually, it's like legit, because everyone, by about the age of 25, everyone has started to leave like and do something else.
If I could caveat you first.
Yes. No, you go first. You go first, guys.
No, go.
I was just going to say, but the thing is, I can imagine myself doing a lot of other things, which is why I became an actor in the first place. Because I'm like, in one lifetime, can I be a race car driver, an astronaut, a sci-fi superhero, an archaeologist, and like dinosaur digger, and whale trainer. Actually, I have done a lot of those things. Actually, I didn't go to space yet, but I
So actually,
right. So I can see myself doing all those other things. But also, part of why I love this industry is I get to write about all of those things, and next week I get to write about a different one of them, and then I get to make shit up.
Right.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was to caveat, if you can do anything else, do it. I went to a talk once where somebody was talking about that. Stephen D. Hunter, the writer. And he said, I don't think it's if you can do anything else, do it. I think it's if you can do anything else, you probably eventually will. because at some point,
yeah,
and this sounds pessimistic, but it's really not meant to. And we're going to talk about Babble On 5 soon, I promise. But it's kind of thing where it's like, at some point in your life, it is going to be preferable to you, probably, to go do that other thing. Because you graduated from college and you no longer feel like you want to struggle towards this. You need your own health care and you can't get it from just acting unless you're really already quite successful. You're getting married and you want to have a family. You want to have children. You want to be able to afford to have children. You're 50 and you just don't really have the energy to run at this anymore. At some point, probably, the other option is going to be preferable. And it's not like, oh God, the death of dreams. It's like, yeah, I don't really want to do this anymore. I want to do this instead. And that's not something necessarily to like tear your hair and grieve about.
No.
It's just what life is like, is sometimes you change your mind about what you want to do.
Or for a while. I mean, it's
cough, cough, legends and lattes, cough, cough. I want you to finish that book.
Exactly. I did. I love it.
Oh, I know you finished it. Allie, did you read it?
I haven't yet. But
and the permission to do something different is that story. And also it's like, sometimes it's like, I want to do this for a while and I want to do something else. I want to get off the hamster wheel for a while and like go raise horses in Montana and then like come back to this or not. Or like me, and you do it all backwards. And like, you know, my first job in LA, instead of getting I had waited tables prior to this, but then in LA, I waited tables when I was a science graduate student working on my thesis. And then when I was a writer, I got a job in science being an astronomer. Like, so, you know, and when I was a writer and actor, like my day job was to be a scientist and then to do acting at night. You know, so it's like, you do what you do to make it work. I currently
tutor math. I tutor all subjects, but like predominantly math and science at this point. And I'm like, sure, why not? Like, that's what I do on the side. And I'm never busier than finals week. It feels like every school has the same fucking finals week. I love it. I love it. I do that I do that in addition to my writing work, and it works.
I'm a sysadmin. Like, you do what you do.
You do what you do. And then when you book something, then you go do that. And then you go back to doing the other thing. Like, I wrote for Lego and I was tutoring at the same time.
Yeah.
I was still tutoring because I wasn't making enough money at Lego.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's what happens. Like, I was like, well, I still need to have my clients. I still need to do
you need to keep
this work.
Client base.
It also makes us more rounded as writers and creators and showrunners anyway, too.
That's
true. And actors.
Yes, because otherwise Hollywood just makes movies and shows about Hollywood. Sorry.
We've had this argument. I generally do not like, but the studio
the studio is
I can't watch I can't watch movies about Hollywood. I mean it so respectfully, but I can't do it.
Guys, there's so much that happened this episode.
Let's talk about Babble On 5. Yes.
This is all relevant.
It is. It's all in this. This is the inside baseball take on Babble On 5.
Yes, exactly.
Don't send people fucking hate because you have no idea. They're real people with feelings and like are doing their best. And like sometimes they can't afford a dolly to move stuff, even if it's $100 million movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a crazy industry. Anyway. Yeah. So speaking of crazy industries,
a lot happened this week on Babble On 5.
Being in space is a crazy industry.
I was wrong about a lot of shit.
You were wrong about a lot of shit. That's the fun thing.
A lot of shit.
Here's the thing. I feel like we were weirdly close though a little bit.
There were some things we were kind of close on.
We were like, okay, like there's something because we said something about them being reminiscent of like somehow related to the shadow people.
Yeah.
But we just had them related to the wrong people.
Right.
I think.
And we did. It wasn't like future, past time stuff.
I thought we talked about future because I said I was like,
we did, but this didn't.
I was like, oh sure. We mixed reincarnation with like evolution. So like we were going an evolution route, and they went a reincarnation route. I honestly think kind of similar, but like we were on the right track. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we were really off. But I was like, oh sure. Like I didn't think we were that off. I don't know. We just mixed some of the details.
I love being wrong.
I just don't think we were like stratosphere.
Well, here's the thing. I just didn't bank on Soul Hunter being a load-bearing fucking episode.
And I feel vindicated by this. I feel goddamn vindicated because I was like, I like that episode.
I never didn't like it.
I thought that was one you didn't like.
No, I thought it was fine. I thought it was just a little goofy.
I was like, this is pivotal.
Okay.
It makes sense now why Delenn was so excited to release the snow globes.
I feel vindicated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And why she was like so
pissed off.
She went a little medieval on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't have a lot of souls to go around.
I am interested to find out how they quantify and track this. That is very interesting.
They tag them.
And this is where I actually need to go back and double check that, like the one line of this episode, because she says, like, because also, I'm sorry, can we just talk about our boy Lanier being like, I've got some tea to spill? So
here's the lore dump.
Oh my God, it was
amazing. Sit down.
It was amazing.
I'm Bill Mooney.
I didn't know Lanier knew it all. So I didn't remember that. So like Lanier talking about this stuff, but then when he was like, we saw this weird thing. Delenn, I love Delenn being like, that one. And she tells him to pick that ship. They bring him in. They teleport him in. And then Lanier was like, we were so confused and didn't even want to believe it that we like grabbed a couple extra guys and checked them out too. Who did we grab? I want to know.
I have no fucking idea.
And two, what did you, because it feels like he said that they confirmed it, but then he was like, no, Jeff is the only one. So I'm like, does that mean they confirm it that like, that's not just a human thing going around? They
said Jeff was the first. He said Jeff was the first one. There will be others. Yeah.
But I think
they checked some other guys, and I think some
other guys are not, or they are.
No, they flagged.
No, they found a couple.
Yeah, I think they were.
Yeah, Jeff was just the first one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's that.
I'm just kind of curious. I'm like, how
do you test this?
How not that? Well, that yes, but also I'm like, there are fewer Minbari being born every generation. I'm like, you like?
Then the souls have to go somewhere.
No, I don't know. I'm just like,
could it just be science or genetics?
Are you guys just having fertility issues? Is it microplastics? Like, are we sure?
Here's my thought.
I understand that we are sure for some reason, but
right. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, right? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
This is my whole thing about reincarnation and why I think it's real. Okay. Here's the thing: energy can neither be created nor destroyed. That's a scientific principle, right? Mm-hmm. So, if we think about like the human soul as like a thought, what?
No, I'm thinking of something
as energy, right? Then theoretically, once you die, that energy has to go somewhere. It can't be destroyed. It can't go away forever. So theoretically, if you're having fewer babies as Minbari, right?
Then
they're not even saying that they're having they're not even saying that they're having fewer babies. They're saying that fewer of their like original souls are being born into.
No, they're
Minbari.
saying fewer and fewer Minbari souls are part of each generation. So that implies they're suffering population decline.
Right. Oh, okay. I see. I didn't get that. But regardless, those souls then that energy has to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
And if the Earth population is growing and expanding, then theoretically that would be where the souls would show up. And what I imagine is that each soul has a unique signature that they've figured out how to track.
Yeah, but then I'm like, well, how did we arrive at Minbari PopCap? Like what did were there always 15 million billion Minbari?
Because
like they went from one planet to other planets, so they clearly were in the soul generation. I'm thinking about this way too much.
I think you are,
but I'm like, clearly they were able to create new souls for quite a long time. I'm thinking about this too much.
What I'm assuming is that they created some kind of...
just accept this at face value and move on.
What I'm assuming is that they created some kind of soul database. Like, I mean, there's a database of fingerprints of like most of the people who work in any industry coming into contact with a child.
MSDB, Minbari Soul Database.
So they just, much like a fingerprint, I'm assuming, this is just my canon explanation. Obviously
IMDb,
canon.
That's better.
I would assume.
Internet Minbari database.
Are you listening?
No.
Thank you. So I'm such a teacher. So I'm assuming that each soul, kind of like a fingerprint, has a unique signature.
Okay.
They figured it out somehow.
Are you able to identify that was like that was so and so of a person before? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's my assumption.
It's a signature. You can recognize it from before. Interesting.
They got the soul scanner. They were like, "Brown. Oh, Jeff. Hey, Jeff."
Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of work with souls. You'd imagine that, like, I mean, if they're trading in souls, if that's an actual thing that you can do is trade in souls.
Triangle.
It's a triangle.
It's all a triangle. Jeff must be somebody important then.
We go. I'm sorry. Go.
I'm just saying, if they have a ability to like trade in souls, if that's like a thing that they canonically do, right? Then theoretically, you need to have some way to prove that the soul that you're trading is
who's trading in souls.
Like the guys that collect the souls. I'm imagining that they trade sometimes. Hunters.
I don't think they give away the souls because most of them just put them in the library.
Okay, but like guys like that, they might be like, oh, I want that one, and I have this guy. I mean, I just imagine that there's some kind of seedy additional underworld there.
I don't know. Maybe
that's my assumption. Well, because guys like that, like guys who are like, I like taking like predominant people's souls, probably don't have a lot of qualms about trading them with other people who do that.
But all of the other soul hunters hunted him down and wanted to kill him. So it seems like he was pretty big.
Regardless, you would want some kind of like way to verify that that's the soul that is there.
Yeah.
Right?
I can see that. I can see that.
I mean, I'd imagine.
Well, I assume if they can determine that Jeff has a Minbari soul, they can determine something about which soul it was, because Delenn was, again, cracking open the snow globes and watching the little blue lights float away.
Yes, that's true.
So they're going somewhere.
These are all true things you were saying.
Yeah. So. I'm thinking about the logistics too much, which is what I do.
I love Beetle math and all of that.
Sometimes there's twists that I get pissed off about in fiction. This isn't one, because I'm like, no, all of this was there. I just didn't actually look at any of this as being important.
I think we got some of the pieces though.
They were. I think.
Like, I think we circled around something. We just circled around. Like it just was kind of off.
I don't think there was any chance in hell I was ever going to guess humans are resurrected Minbari.
I think we got close. No, I really do think we got close, because we were like, humans are like the precursor for shadow people, or they are like the descendants of shadow people.
You guys were circling around it enough that I was uncomfortable. Let me say that. I don't know. Like, I don't have exact words.
I think we were closer than you think we were.
I may have been making some like faces at some times when I was trying to pretend that you weren't even close, but you were touching on it enough that I was uncomfortable about your.
I believe I talked about reincarnation. Maybe we can look at the scoreboard, but like I believe that I touched. Let's like replay the tapes. But I believe I said something about reincarnation at some point along the way. Plus, we've talked about reincarnation in this fucking show. Thank you.
There you go.
I think we're closer than you seem to believe we were.
I'm not bagging on us. I'm just saying I wasn't going to guess the specific. What are you defending? What am I attacking? I'm attacking nobody.
I'm not defending anything. I'm just saying, like, I think we actually got pretty decently close.
I'm thrilled about this. I think it's great.
I'm not. Okay. I'm not. Okay. I'm just saying, I was like, I was actually kind of proud of how close we got.
That's
personally, but
I just like that Lanier is just like, oh yeah, real quick, let me give you the 411. Some humans are Minbari. Don't worry about it. We'll come back to that. Anyway, I'm going to stare at the fucking wall.
Don't tell anyone. Again. And then Ivanova's like in the middle of everything, like, let me talk really loudly about this secret of how our souls are Minbari souls. And I'm like, girl, you are in the most crowded area.
I wonder if it's anything like you hear about people who work in the White House and they talk about how like you are there during meetings, but you are trained to just not hear things. Like,
that makes sense.
I wonder if that's
I would imagine.
But the other thing was, I thought this was interesting though that Ivanova was like suddenly so front and center, which made sense. I mean, obviously she's like at the moment of like deciding that Sinclair isn't coming back, and then and we have Garibaldi in ICU, so we have suddenly the only leg of our tripod that's still standing is Ivanova, and she had been continuing to be relegated to like not quite privy to all the information prior to this, and then suddenly she's not only running it, and then she's like, she comes in and then she has a connection with Sheridan, and then she kind of like spills it all to Sheridan of like, I don't want to be in charge. And then but then Lanier's like, get your ass in here. I guess we could say if Garibaldi was awake, he would have been in the same room, but I don't know. You know, well, so it was an interesting
Garibaldi and Jeff were friends, but now we've got like Ivanova and Sheridan are friends. Like they have a previous relationship that is very like she's opening up to him and he's opening up to her. Like they are previously friends, which I like that relationship.
Yeah,
between
and
them.
I gotta tell you, the legwork that JMS was doing to get everybody watching to like Sheridan immediately and accept him as new Jeff and new captain was staggeringly
and to establish him as slightly different than Jeff,
He's
like his
not
own
Jeff.
person.
He has some similar backstory to Jeff with the Minbari trauma and the same initials as JMS and all of that.
Yes, of course. Yes.
But he has some. He's more of a words guy than Jeff.
Yeah.
He's more of a like. Yeah, he's more of a strategy guy, I think. Like Jeff is more like punch first, ask questions later.
The Jeff wish. I said on Discord, if Jeff's death wish continues, I'm going to start calling him Jeff Wish. Sheridan does not appear to have a death wish.
No, because like that was the Jeff's trauma comes from trying to basically kamikaze himself, and Sinclair
Sheridan nuked the flagship.
Yeah, he like basically mined something and got, as he said, the only victory. Which honestly, this is one of my pet peeves with him, and all the pet peeves with him in Bari. But why are you so mad? Like, granted, obviously we don't want people, but you killed so many humans. Humans blew up one of your ships. One.
It's because they're kind of elitist. They're kind of elitist. Like, what I'm learning about the Minbari is they're kind of full of themselves. They're a little ivory tower.
Yeah.
And it seems like if they have population decline and they're losing souls, then if you blow up the flagship, which is presumably stuffed to the gills with very high-ranking warrior cast, you're going to be like, fuck, we lost 10% of the warrior cast souls or whatever. Yeah. You know? And that's my assumption.
And they also, I can imagine, think it's very dishonorable the way he did it. Because it wasn't like a fight. It was he mined an asteroid field. Yeah.
Yeah. And, that's a little sneaky. You got to do what you got to do.
Literally,
they're going for Earth. I get it.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
yeah.
But it is a little like, excuse me, like, isn't it also kind of cheating to make it so that it's impossible for their weapons to lock onto you? That's kind of cheating.
Yes, that's also cheating. It's also cheating to have like the technology that we can't fight at all. Like,
it's kind of cheating.
It's cheating. Right.
Yeah. What's he supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'm not defending them. I'm saying I explain why they're so pissed off.
I'm defending humans to the Minbari.
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah. It just makes me mad when they like, we're so mad that you got him. And like, you killed so many humans. So
many people.
Like, Jeff's whole team.
Seriously. And so, yeah.
You also tortured Jeff by your own admission.
Extensively.
You tortured the Jeffrey.
No, but I look, Jeff has some huge fucking shoes to fill for me, but this guy's great. This guy is really, really charming. He's really personable. He's got great ideas. He's tight with Ivanova, which gives him 1,000 points right off the bat. He's kind of funny.
Because Ivanova's God.
Ivanova is God.
We love Ivanova.
He's pretty great, man. We'll see how well he punches, but for now...
I think he's more of a talker.
I don't know. I bet he's going to get some punches.
I think he does word punches.
I bet he's going to get at least a couple of punches in.
Probably. We'll see. It is Babylon 5, but I feel like he's less of a puncher than Jeff, and he's more of a like, I'm going to think really hard about this and then make a really good, well-informed decision.
Okay.
And then say,
Jeff
do it,
usually
damn
did
it.
that, admittedly.
Yeah, but it was different. They had a different
always
vibe.
led to punching. Yeah. Always led to punching.
He ultimately had invariably
carefully about how his path would allow him to reasonably get to a punch.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes,
Whereas this guy, it seems like this guy seems like all he wants to do is do an inspiring speech. Like that's his.
That's what
he did actively, desperately want to do.
I think we should clock how many inspiring speeches this man has.
That was another thing, by the way. When he was giving the speech, JMS kept cutting to people nodding like approvingly, and I'm like, oh, so the message to the viewer is this guy is great, this guy.
Not only that, but they talked about, they're like, how do you like this new guy? Oh, I don't know him that well, but he seems
pretty
great.
Cool. Like, yeah, okay,
yeah.
And that's another good editing and writing trick, which is like we as the audience are told how to feel about somebody by watching how someone responds to them, and that's a nice editing choice. And in a lovely revisit to that, we watch his speech at the end. I almost wanted, this is a moment where I wanted our lovely director to actually push in even more so that we were like slowly coming in really tight on Jeff. So that when we then revealed at the end and pulled back, that's when we discovered that no one else, or John. Oh my God.
Yes.
I spent all of last
Sheridan.
That won't be the last time we do that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that many times.
I like New Jeff though. Sorry,
but it was like, it was this great, I wanted to be so close that we didn't know he was in the room by himself until the last moment, and then revealed that like,
was hoping.
And then to discover that he was by himself, because it was so beautiful.
Cut to his perspective.
Yes, exactly. I loved that. I loved that he was like, I'm going to say this speech for good luck because it is my good luck charm. No matter, it's just me.
Yeah,
and he's charming. I mean, he's like
adorable.
He's really cute, and I don't mean physically. He is also physically very handsome.
Yes.
He's cute. He's just really cute. He's like, I got my speech in. Oh yeah, I did it. I have 5 minutes to spare. I'm like, this guy's adorable.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got his little rituals and routines.
He's got like a jaunty feel. Like it's just very,
He feels like, he's a little more like, he's a little more brainy and a little more jaunty.
Well, and a little less dark trauma-y.
Yeah.
Jeff was all dark trauma-y.
Yeah.
I do think we're going to probably explore his feelings about blowing up a flagship full of people.
Probably, at some point.
It's just a different kind of trauma.
Yeah.
Jen, I'm just losing my mind at the idea of you watching all of season 1. Like, who the? This fucking guy, right? Oh yeah, yay, Jeff. I guess, Gus. Yeah, this guy is great. Okay,
right. And it has a Star Trek feel as well, because you're like, like Pike, but it was only the pilot. And then when we watched the pilot, I was like, oh no, I think I remember that this is the whole thing, and this is why I don't know season 1, because I never watched it with Sinclair. And then and then I was just like, I'm glad you can feel my pain now. Yeah.
Dude,
when I joined in, I was like, yay, it's the Bruce Boxleitner show. I'm going to watch this show. Went back in the 90s. Got a reboot.
Oh my God. The Spaces are going to crash the fuck out when they learn that humans have Minbari souls. They're going to lose their goddamn minds, dude.
I'm happy about it.
Fucking Cutter's going to lose his shit. The mook is done for.
So you think that information is going to disseminate?
Eventually, it's season 2. It'll have to get out eventually.
On the bridge.
Ivanova was like, hey, everybody, welcome back to my IRL Twitch stream. Ivanova here. We just found out that humans have Minbari souls. Don't tell anyone.
I wanted to let everyone know. All at one time.
Anyway, let's go build Legos.
Yeah. Okay.
Eventually, it'll have to
there's going to be some kind of Al-Cardal reveal.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, here's some hot lore now, humans and Minbari, and they're all going to be like, impossible. And they're going to be like, impossible, actually, real.
It'll come out at some point. By the end of the show, it'll come out. Because they got to work together. Lanier monologued to the wall about how humans and Minbari have to work together, but we can't tell the humans that. The humans have to figure it out themselves. And then Delenn gooed all over the place, and it was appalling.
Yes. Now, I'm just realizing the other thing I'm going to say to you, because when as far as lore dumps and whatnot, when the credits started, you were very focused on the fact that it was a different voice. So you weren't necessarily listening. Do you remember something from the credits?
The Great War? The year the Great War began?
Yes, I remember hearing the year
the Great War began. It means the fucking shadows are coming. That's what it means.
I'm concerned.
Shadows are coming because Lanier... I'm sorry, Allie, you were trying to say something.
It's okay, go.
Lanier was like, we have to come together to defeat our great enemy, which is the fucking shadows are coming back. That's what the great enemy is, the fucking shadows.
And I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy about it.
Fucking Andrew Garfield and the Chrysalids, which apparently predate Babylon 5 or thereabouts, are coming back, and I'm fucking, goddamn it, it's going to be terrible.
You know what would be so crazy is like if somehow the shadow people were also related to human beings, and so it's like it's all just a big family feud.
Everybody is the same.
Kind of like World War I.
It's
you know,
right.
Everyone's just a family member. Yeah, it's all just a family feud.
Yeah.
Where's Steve Harvey?
Millions of deaths, but just a family feud, pretty much. Yeah.
Everybody's Jeff.
I mean, when you really break it down,
no, it's true.
They're all related.
It's true. It really is true.
Yeah. You break it down, they're all related. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else specific I wanted to...
I'm sure there is. I just can't think of it right now.
The lore dump
Dr. Steve still has a medical license.
Yeah. Garibaldi's still in a coma.
Still in a coma. Delenn's still in the wall.
Mm-hmm. No Londo, no Jakar this episode.
No Londo. Jakar's gone.
Yeah, Jakar's not
disappeared,
around. So.
But he's in the credits, so he's going to come back.
Yeah. Right.
This is why you wanted to have me record a new intro.
Yes.
This is why you...
And I'm going to give you another little hint, or not a hint, whatever. Every year the credits change.
That makes sense. Well, they say the year.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's not like it's not just the year. Like the dialogue changes every single year. So yes, I want to do a new credit thing every year.
Okay, we can... Because I was like, well, that's funny. I guess I can. I assume it's just going to be, but it's still 2025. Like I had assumed I would have to every year on December 31st send you me and Jeff's voice going, the year is 2026. But I guess it's fine. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah,
I get to go in the closet over there and record.
I guess you could do like the month.
Yes, I suppose. No, then I have to read it every single time.
2025.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else specific. Okay, we got Lanier's lore dump.
Love that. Love it.
Yes, absolutely.
Minbari never kill other Minbari.
Yeah, Minbari. That's important. Yeah, Minbari never
kill. Which is why they stopped.
One guy was gonna maybe do.
Well, no, he wasn't. He was just doing it.
He just disabled their engines.
I know, but remember when he threatened but he was like, "What's a little blood?" I know, but I know. Yeah. I'm aware.
I'm sorry. I understand what you're saying.
He was like,
"Go, sorry."
I was just saying they were threatening to do it.
Yes.
But they would never.
Mm-hmm. No, Minbari did not kill Minbari. But that's why they surrendered. Like they ended the war immediately once they figured it out.
Yeah. Yeah. But assuming that not everybody, they just said like not every Minbari believes that. Is that what they're saying? Right.
No, they don't
that humans,
know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Most Minbaris don't know. Yeah, right, same as humans. Like most humans don't know. Yeah.
Right.
So
loved Ivanova showing weakness, saying I don't like to admit weakness, but then showing weakness to Sheridan right off the bat to like bring us into allowing him to be this person who is.
And if I may do a reframe for Ivanova, this is what my girlfriends and I do all the time. We're like, can I reframe that actually for you? And then we do. Since when is vulnerability weakness?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Exactly.
It's strength, actually. It's strength to be vulnerable. Go out there and be your vulnerable, beautiful, fragile selves.
Exactly.
It's true of everyone. We're all dented cans.
Other things. The new dude in the credits. Did you see him?
Yep.
Yeah. Who's that?
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that?
Was that
man?
The fighter pilot guy?
Was that the guy they were talking to at the end?
Fighter pilot guy is his main character.
Fighter.
They're like, okay, we need a Starbuck.
What's his name? I didn't. His
name is.
They needed a Starbuck. They needed a
leaf. His name is Keffer. Lieutenant Keffer. Yeah.
Okay. Keffer.
He had the holographic girlfriend. Yes,
there at the beginning. It was a letter. I realized.
And then they sat him down at the table with Ivanova at the end. I was like, yeah. Make sure we're paying attention.
She needs new friends. She needs new friends because one's in the hospital and one's in Minbari town.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, we were saying okay, no Jakar, no Londo, no Talia,
no Talia.
Talia keeps on getting shoved into like C tier character land by the plot. Oh, Kath, I assume, is gone now. I mean, which is too
fiance, bad. Maybe
is suddenly an ambassador.
I just don't think we'll be seeing Kath again, which is really kind of a shame because it feels like JMS was trying to do something with that. But well,
maybe we will. Who knows?
No Talia. Talia keeps on getting like slapped in the head by the plot because she was only in like 5 or 6 episodes as a major player.
I'm starting to have a feeling that might change though.
No Kosh.
No Kosh.
Yeah.
Kosh also we don't see often.
No Veer, no Natoth.
Yeah.
Veer was not in the credits.
He was.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, he was.
I think he was. Yeah.
He was. I remember seeing Stephen first name.
Okay.
Anybody else that there wasn't? Dr. Steve we got because Garibaldi.
Yeah.
And he was there at the end talking with.
He was with the fighter pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, a lot of time to figure out what's going. No Andrew Garfield. No Morden.
No.
So
none of that.
Not yet. It sounds like those guys are coming back.
No Bester, no Night One.
No,
totally isn't coming back. Totally Night One isn't coming back, you guys. Definitely not happening.
I completely forgot about your yes, our little
simultaneously, Allie, you weren't here that week. But when we watched the Jeff episode, I said, well, I assume, because they had told me that Night One was going to be Walter Koenig's character. And I went, well, it's a good thing we didn't, waste Walter Koenig on Night One, because I assume he's not coming back. And simultaneously they went, it was nuts.
That feels like he's coming back to be acting.
Exactly. Acting. Exactly.
Seems like he's going to come back then, huh?
I bet he's going to come back.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Gaslighting's harder than it looks, huh?
What did he say? What if we're still inside?
What if we're still inside? Yep. What if we're still inside?
You had that loaded up.
You
were ready to go on that one.
Times. It's not.
I've watched the show multiple times. Yeah.
I've watched season 1 once.
Exactly.
And now you too can hold on.
Do it.
You too can now join the Jeff fan club for a limited time only. The Earth Year 22, you can, for 5 easy payments of 14 Jeffs, can join the Jeffisode fan club. Order now. This deal will punch you right in the face, and you'll be like, thank you, Jeff. I'm done. I can't turn it off. I always forget that I can't turn that sound off.
I would like to recycle that commercial as the season goes on. Can we just cut that and just bring it back?
Nice.
I love it.
Oh, amazing. Oh, God, my face hurts from smiling too much.
Good. That's what we go for.
Yes. I don't think I have anything more for this episode for you guys. I have a
science. Yeah, I have a science disclaimer. I'll just say it now because it's not important. I do.
Yes.
Charlie,
yes.
This is for Charlie. Tagged me in Discord, and then I Discord dumped. I couldn't find it. I can't find it where she tagged me. It's out there. I'll find it. But this is for you, Charlie. Yes, in fact, one's body does rearrange in a similar fashion, whether you are in a chrysalis or in a cocoon, and metamorphosizing at that time. And so, like, moths don't, but technically, like, they don't call it goo anymore. It's been saying goo for years and years and years in science textbooks, but now entomologists are like,
term.
Kind of. And entomologists
we gotta come up with something better than that.
Can we not call it goo? Because it's not. And they're not just like a big pile of mush. They don't totally, because there are organs there are adult level and like top level organs that are in place already. The tracheal, the breathing tubes are called like, it's like a trachea, but it's not, but it's something like that, but it's different. The gas tubes and the digestive system, like, they're kind of in place. So they're not completely goo. But yes, moths and caterpillars and other animals that make cocoons, because it's not just moths, do go through a gooish phase.
Okay.
How did you like my explanation for why reincarnation might exist?
Love it.
Scientifically.
Love it. No, scientifically, I mean,
it makes sense.
My side of science is that I, like, as a scientist, know jack. I know nothing. And I think that the best scientists are the scientists who are like, we know so little that we can't possibly have all the answers or think that we have all the answers about anything. And I am a scientist who fully can get behind your reincarnation.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I'm like, I think the universe is always expanding. It's like a video game. You can decide whether or not to, like, run at Earth forever or, like, bounce around to different planets. Like, you know, like, because I told Gus, I was like, I feel like my soul's very old, but has been here not that long. And that's why I'm wise, but I have surprising gaps in knowledge.
Interesting.
And then with him, I'm like, I feel like your soul was like, I'm going to stay at Earth and just grind for as long as I can and get really good at this one planet. And wouldn't that be so what he would do?
That
and like, I walked around a lot. I'm like trying a little bit of everything and like kind of like vibing. But I'm like when a friend of mine always jokes that I'm like an alien princess. She's like, you're an alien. Like you're just like you're a human, but you're like it's like the third time that's happened to you, you know. And so like jokingly now we'll go like whenever I have like a moment where she's like, oh my god, my little alien girl, I'll just be like, that's not how we did it on Zeepzorp. Like we didn't do that.
What if you were?
We didn't do it that way.
What if you were a Minbari too, and you died because Sheridan blew up your shit?
That's when the Minbari were like
here hanging out, but actually you want to have a little crest thing on your head and put your ears on your neck.
But when they were like, we're in population decline, so we're running out, like our souls are going somewhere else. I was like, well, that just makes sense. I mean, the energy's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. We talked about this in the in-between time, so I want to go back to the goo moth. You were delighted at the caterpillar moth section. Yes. That delighted you, Jenn.
I was so charmed. Okay, because I feel like, and again, remember, this has only been like a week, but I feel like even on the message boards, people were like, excuse me, because it is definitely not chrysalis. That is definitely a cocoon.
Oh,
and so I
it's
feel
all
like
he heard.
Yeah, and I feel like JMS was like, okay, fine, I'm going to retcon it for you. And then I heard,
you guys.
Yes, I heard Sheridan say like a moth or a cocoon. This is the way I interpreted it.
Yeah, a moth or a caterpillar. Yeah.
Right, and then like a moth or a butterfly rather. Like is it like a moth or like a butterfly? And I feel like Ivanova missed the question because she was just like this high. Like, I'm like, no. That is not what he was asking. That is not what he was asking. He wanted clarification because Sheridan, like me, is a lover of science and knows the difference between a chrysalis and a cocoon.
A chrysalis and a cocoon.
And she called it a cocoon. Yeah, I feel like he was like...
She called it a cocoon.
And frankly, yes. I mean, as an episode title, chrysalis is much nicer. It is a cooler
sounding...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cocoon sounds scary.
Come check
chrysalis
out my new show, Metapod.
So you all have to watch the 80s movie Cocoon and Cocoon 2. Yeah, never gonna go old, never gonna die. That's the way it goes.
That's right.
That's a line from the movie.
Anyway, this is a fucking rip roaring start to season 2.
Great start.
I cannot wait to watch more. I am in deep mourning for Jeff. However, and also, God, what a tragic story, in real life. But within the bounds of the show, I'm glad to know that the character is still around.
Yes.
So
yeah.
And I'm excited to get to know Jeff too.
Yes,
new Jeff.
Jeff 2.
Jeff 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, there you go.
All right. All right. With that, I'm going to kick you out. Go away.
All right.
Bye.
I love you both so much. Bye.
Ooh, I'm glad we're back. Bye. I'm going to record more new stuff. Maybe you got a new Grey Council coming. Maybe you don't. I don't know yet. Bye.
Ah, my friends. You have reached the most dangerous part of our journey. The Grey Council. Here we speak of things that must not be spoken. Secrets, betrayals, spoilers. If you are not ready, turn back now. But if you dare to proceed, I promise you it will be magnificent. Oh, Mr. Garibaldi!
Love it.
I didn't work on a new Grey Council one. But wow, he's like locked in on that night one or whatever his name is does not return at all.
I just love, and I love playing up that like we both did that, and he's definitely coming back because I think we both just like made the face because we were like, he's so wrong.
I don't know why I made that face. I was just like, I'm not going to confirm or deny.
Yeah, me too. And somehow I love that whatever we did that was the same thing, that he's just like, got it like a terrier. He's not going to let go. And I will keep playing up how much we were gaslighting him. Because
completely.
We were like, huh? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Love that one.
Okay. Yes. As far as Grey Council stuff to discuss, there's a lot, obviously, here.
Yeah.
Earth souls or souls being born in Minbari, as to how they detect it. Now, they detected it with the triluminary. Like it glowed when it showed. I can, like, JMS is very fuzzy with this as to whether or not it's really souls or not. I legitimately think it's DNA. Because it's a circle thing. Like, the reason that Jeff twigged their detection is because Jeff is Valen and his DNA is in, like, it's a circle. If it had been somebody else that was taken by them, like if it had not been Jeff, it had been Joe, then it would be Joe. Like, it would be the Joe show, not the Jeff show.
Right.
Like,
right.
So it's a circle. It's a cause is the effect, is the cause is the effect kind of thing.
Oh, you're saying that because they randomly chose Jeff? Or
yes,
because are you saying that Delenn's point at him was random, not that she could feel something?
Well, he was trying to ram the ship, so it wasn't necessarily random. He was coming at their ship, but it wouldn't have hurt the ship, so it was kind of random. Yeah. However, they chose him, and because they chose him, he ends up leading the Babylon 5, and because of that, like, he ends up becoming, like, they chose him, so he ended up becoming Valen, but because he was Valen is the reason that they chose him. Like, it's a cause.
So you're saying it is a circular argument. It's a cause and effect, and it's the effect. What is the phrase? Was this from the show?
I don't know.
Like, there is a phrase of, like, the effect can be the cause.
Something, I don't know where that comes from, but it is, that's how I see it. It's it's a closed loop that they can't leave. And they because we live in a linear time. It seems like it's going forward, but instead it's going in a circle.
The cause comes, yes, and the effect comes before the cause or something. There's a I'm like Googling it because I'm like obsessed with this now, and where I literally just heard this somewhere else. But there is, so that's really interesting. Okay, JMS is he's also cagey in the Lurker's Guide about it, because in the Lurker's Guide he's like, it's one of the unanswered questions.
Yes.
How did the scan reveal that the Minbari souls were being
and it's never answered in the show. Yeah. So I, like, not specifically. There's people who, like, say it's solid. I could be wrong. If you have, like, a line from the show, tell me in the comments after spoilers. Do the whole spoiler space, whatever. But I don't think it's ever officially confirmed in the show. So my take on it has always been the Triluminary is detecting his DNA, because the Triluminary is made of his link, which is based on his DNA. So, like, that's how I've always figured it out. So
yes. Okay, so that's interesting, because
and it also detects DNA. It detects Valen's line in Delenn later on in the show, which is revealing that Delenn is a descendant of Valen, so she's a descendant of Jeff.
Right. So she's not married to him.
No, she can't be. That'd be gross. Although it's like really, really far away as far as. Yeah.
But I have to say, so, and I didn't want to comment too hard on it, because I didn't want to be sounding like I was commenting on the show as opposed to Allie's, like, a theology. But I do like the idea that it wouldn't make sense for souls to be stuck with one planet.
Right. And that makes perfect sense to me.
In one place. But until you have maybe more regular contact with this other form of life, this other alien life form, that the souls wouldn't be able to jump ship, if you will. And and I like the idea that there is some sort of tag, there is some sort of barcode, if you will.
Yeah.
And whether, and it's interesting that you're calling it DNA and that you're saying that it's DNA, because I am kind of like not on that plane at all. I'm like, no, it's not DNA. DNA is what makes you a human, but knowing what happens with Delenn, so maybe there is something to like in there, and that's what I'm
I'm not even necessarily saying that the soul thing is wrong, but I think that's what I think that the DNA is what they're detecting. Like, they might be right about the souls, but I just think the Triluminary lights up when looking at Jeff, and it lights up when looking at Delenn. But apparently it doesn't light up for everybody else. And it is canon later on, like Ducat says it specifically, that, like, we realize because of this, I'm obviously paraphrasing him, that you are a descendant of Valen. So
yeah. And that says DNA. Could be, that says.
I don't know what else it could be saying. Like how else that would be saying that. So
yeah. I like the idea too, though, that the soul is intrinsically combined, connected to the DNA, which makes it then less transcendental and more science, if you will. Right. You know, a little more physical.
Yeah, I will, like, weirdly, until reading this particular Lurker's Guide, I always just took the soul thing as canon. And then reading the Lurker's Guide and JMS going, well, just because characters believe it doesn't mean that I was saying that it's true. I was like, oh yeah, I don't know why I did that. Like, why I just assumed that the show was saying that was fact. Like, it's like,
well, so it's one of the things I love about books is that unreliable narrator aspect of it. And I love that he is saying here, like, just because I also am creating the show and giving you characters who have this belief, that doesn't make it like even me as the creator of the show don't have all the answers. Like I don't have all the answers necessarily, or because I'm writing it doesn't mean, I don't know. I really like the ambiguity of it. And I think it's really, I think it's really beautiful. I think it's a really beautiful, especially for JMS, because we all know that he's like, I literally know every granular detail about this world that I'm creating, but I'm not willing to say souls do exist.
Yes. Yeah. I really like the ambiguity, and it's actually, I wonder if it's going to change my perspective, because that's like, I read that 2 weeks ago and I was like, I never thought of it that way. So we'll see how that changes my view on things going forward. I have, one other main thing to talk about, I think. We'll probably have more, but new cast member, Keffer. Do you remember him at all from back when you watched the show? Yeah, no. You know why? He's a studio note.
They needed a hot guy for Ivanova?
Yes. Not for Ivanova. They wanted a hot fighter pilot. And so JMS was like, fuck, fine, sure. So it'll be fascinating to watch Gus and Ali see him and see, because he is barely in the season, and he dies in the finale.
Yeah. When are we getting? But when do we get? Oh my God, from Greece.
Kaneki. He shows up, I think, this season. His name is Zach. He shows up this season, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and so, to me, I'm watching this guy in this episode, and I'm like, where's Kaneki?
No.
Was what I wanted to say and did not say.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they were like, they needed the Starbuck. I mean, I think, Ali said something like they needed the Starbuck, and I was like, but he's like, this guy's just like the eye candy version of it. And to me, Conaway is the Starbuck. Like he's the wild card, like fly by the seat of my pants fighter pilot.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can tell who JMS likes writing for and who he doesn't like writing for, because Keffer, I'm sure the actor is fine, but JMS just did not care about his character at all. And he is barely in the show, barely in the show.
I'm even getting that in this episode. Oh, we didn't say who wrote it when we were in when we were in
JMS. Yeah, you're right.
JMS. Yeah. I mean, we all knew, and I was like waiting to say it. And again, like this is some masterful JMS writing, which is like I have to write an episode that's going to be chock a block full of exposition. I've got to do it in a way that makes people I love that Ali and Gus called that out, like what a masterful job of making us like this new character, because everybody's going to be like, where the fuck's Jeff? But then you're right, like I was like, here's why I was like, I probably had a look on my face at the last moment when we were at the table with Franklin and Ivanova and fighter pilot
and this guy.
And I was like, what and then I'm like, and I went through the whole, like, am I misremembering again, like really badly about but because he's a no-go. And JMS wrote him that way even in this episode. That's why I was surprised to see him at the end, because I was like, what is this stupid shit you're giving us with this letter home?
He's in the freaking credits. He's in the credits.
And he had to put him there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, somebody's done a minute count. I'm pretty sure, in this entire season, he gets maybe 20 minutes of screen time.
Thank God. Thank God, because I was like, you're boring to me. I am super not interested. And Yeah. Does he talk about that here in the Lurker's Guide?
No, but he does talk about it in it's in his autobiography. He's a studio note.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, which is funny because I remember him saying that, and I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" In Finding Superman.
No, he would never. No, and he wouldn't say it in the Lurker's Guide because he's like, that's while the show is airing, right? So he can't be saying it. Then,
hilarious. That is so funny. And I'm trying to think what would have been it is a studio now. What would have been their prototype for that at the time to say we need the hunky fighter pilot?
I think Top Gun, maybe Top Gun.
That's what I'm saying is Top Gun, but because not Babylon 5, Deep Space Nine didn't have him.
No, yeah, they didn't.
And Next Generation didn't have him.
Mm-mm.
So but you got to remember too that this is the studio. At the time, this is the network that's leaning towards, younger, hot,
younger. They're trying to
type stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. So that just it strikes me as odd every single time. I'm just like, oh yeah, you.
Funny.
You.
So funny.
He does do something plot relevant at the end, but it is just hilarious. It's like, I get every time he opens his mouth, I'm like, the actor's doing a fine job. No shade against the actor, but the lines that come out, I'm like, JMS did not care about your character at all, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I can't wait to have that conversation with Ali and Gus. He stays top of show credits the whole time, the whole season,
the entire season until the end. Until the end when he dies at the end of the season.
And I feel like, JMS is very good at getting his own way by crafting it in that way. That's hilarious. Oh my God, I love this. I love this. Sorry, guy. I mean, again, no offense against the actor. It's nothing to do with him. I was just like, he feels out of place.
He feels like he's like, yeah, exactly. He's like, no, this is like a Lego piece from another set or something. It's just really weird. It's really weird.
I love that. It's the blue Lego in the all gray and white Lego set.
Exactly. It's just bizarre. Other things to talk about. I think it's from the Lurker's Guide. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks actually since I read it in detail. Okay. He talks about the linear lore dump that he gives, that he wanted it. Initially, it was going to be later, but because of what happened with Michael O'Hare. So I don't know if this is in the Lurker's Guide. Maybe he pushed it up earlier. Just because I find that fascinating that, I was like, I have to introduce a new character and I guess I have to give him this information faster or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that would work. That to me is interesting. He has all the pieces in place and then something massive happens and he still has the pieces. He just has to move them around a bit.
Yes, that is really interesting, and that he intended. And he also does mention in the Lurker's Guide here that I just moved past it. That Linear says something like, "I'm telling you part of it," or "Here's some information for you," but there is definitely more information there that he's not sharing yet. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that makes sense. That he was just like, "This was going to be written. This was going to show up later. I just had to bring it in here."
Right,
and it had to be Linear because Delenn is otherwise indisposed.
Yes, exactly. Catherine, obviously to talk about Catherine, I because I've read that book, I do know she doesn't show back up in the show, but she is a part of Sinclair's story, but it happens all off screen. She is mentioned, I believe, in season 4 as having disappeared.
Oh.
Which is part of her story that she disappears, and the implication from the novel is that she went back in time and ended up with Jeff. But it's never said outright.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I think it's amazing the way he did. I think a lot of shows, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I feel like a lot of shows, if they lost their main guy, would want to replace him with somebody similar to him. And they're saying that they think that John Sheridan is similar to Jeff, and I think they are so different. I find them such different people.
They keep talking about he smiles, Sinclair and I'm like, yeah, Sinclair. Yeah. We saw Jeff smile once, and I was like, he smiled.
Maybe, Yes, and we talked about it. He looks so lovely. When he smiles. Sinclair is very introspective. He's got the death wish. He's very meditative. He does a lot of punching, but he's very the fact that he was raised, like trained by Jesuits feels correct to me. Like that feels very correct. Whereas one of people in my Discord are, some of them have started Babylon 5 for the first time and they're going through it and they're posting, like basically live posting their experience. One of them kept calling Captain Sheridan Captain Puppy. And I was like, yeah, he's a golden retriever. He is wholesome. He is joyful. Like he obviously has moments of darkness and whatnot, but he's the guy who would give you a big bear hug when he saw you. Like that's what he feels like. He's wholesome, and Captain Puppy works. Like I like it.
It's great. It's hilarious for him. But he's really open. It's so lovely.
Yes.
It's a really lovely choice to, I think, that scene that we had with Ivanova where she felt comfortable opening up in that way to him, I think also established that he is very open and willing to hear. And I think it was I think he physically looks similar, which is why people will say, there's just some physical, whatever. He's like a white guy the same age,
Yes.
Come on, but
exactly.
But there's, and same kind of build-ish, but he's so open and he's so warm in a way that Jeff really wasn't. And I think he's very different. I think he is very, very different. Yeah.
And next episode will be the Delenn reveal. Because the second he shows up, my heart gets warm because I love his love story with Delenn so much. It's like, Delenn isn't even here yet. She's still goo. Come out so you can meet your husband. I need you guys to meet. So you can have the longest, slowest courtship in television history.
Right? Because JMS knew as soon as you put them together, it jumps a shark. It's too, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I also, I can't wait for that. I did want to say one other thing that I was going to say. I wanted to say this while we were on with Gus and Allie and decided not to. Bruce Boxleitner himself is no longer married to Melissa Gilbert. She ended up, I think she's still married now to the, what's his name from 30 something, but, at the time they were, and I wanted to be like, he is sweet and warm and wonderful. And he's married to Half Pint. And then I was like, no, I don't even want to say that because but I don't want them to like be surprised when she shows up. So I was like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, other things to talk about. One thing. Oh, he does talk a lot in the Lurker's Guide about how it is correct. The Minbari. They're right. The Minbari are elitist, but they are also offended by the way Sheridan was able to win. Even one minor victory, they're very offended because they feel that it was underhanded. And other things he talks about a lot are why CNC was empty, because people kept saying it's a space station. Why was it empty?
Running it?
Somebody's got to be there. And he must have answered this question like in multiple different places because there's several different versions of the answer. It's like, he says it has been established in prior episodes that there are brief periods when CNC is in standby mode, during which there are no ships due. The station is in quote unquote night cycle. So he answered that question multiple times because I think so many people were like, it's a space station. Why is there nobody there?
Right. But also, and they did establish that it was like an off hour when he came in because he came in early. And so then he has to do it within 24 hours. So he's got to get there. It's going to be an off an hour when we hit 24 hours and we know he just barely gets there. But also, and then Ivanova says, she's like, well, this is an interesting time that he picked to do it. But I think it's lovely. And I think it speaks so much again to his character. And it's just, it's a really, it's a great way of telling us who he is without telling us who he is.
Yes. And speaking of that speech, JMS talked about, because people were saying this very American-centric to have been talking about, Lincoln, the Civil War. And he's like, yes, but I also threw in there that he visited the Dalai Lama. So I tried to make sure that the whole world is, as much of the world as can be encompassed in this speech as, you can't have him. And then
you can't. Look, it's a show that's being made in America
with
American actors and who sound American. And so, like and it's a show that's also about heritage and like where you come from, and as we will discover more. So I think that, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, Doctor Who does a lot of British history. Like every show does. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I watched
and GMS, like
Korean dramas, aliens visit Korea. Like that's the way it goes.
Exactly. And yet we still got to hear Ivanova say something like, I thought I was whatever. Like she didn't say Russian, but she was like, I thought I was pessimistic. And then and of course we had our religious episode last season where he brings in every religious cast from
dignitary that he can.
Yeah. So whatever, people, cut him some slack.
Exactly. Let's see. Other things. We got the lore dump. Obviously, it's the season being called The Coming of Shadows. We have the Great War coming upon us all. That's coming. And next episode, Delenn comes out of the goo, but not until she comes out of the goo early, but we don't actually see her with hair. But oh my God, the breath, like the sigh of relief I will breathe once we see her, because I'll be like, okay, you finally don't have to worry. Yes, because I am so worried that his algorithm is going to start showing him Babble On 5 stuff, and it's always going to be her with hair every single fucking time. And 77 different people sent me, I had people in my DMs, I had people everywhere like, careful, the first credits are good, because in some versions of the credits, they show her with hair. We double checked a long time ago to make sure this was fine.
It's so funny because there was me, that was me in the moment when we were watching the opening credits, and I was like, no. You should probably go back and watch my face, because I think I made the face of like, oh shit. And then when I saw her in her with not the hair, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I double checked that a while back, a long while back.
Does the whole season we have her without hair in the opening credits, or do they change that after? Yeah,
after episode. Well, I think so. Yeah, after episode 3, it should change. Yeah, so because they reveal her with hair at the end of episode 2.
Yeah,
I only checked the first 2, to be honest. I didn't check the other 2. The other ones.
Fine. Yeah. I just want to go back to really quickly the American-centric thing and the Civil War thing, because yes, Sheridan is. I forgot he says this in the Lurker's Guide. Yes, Sheridan is descended from General Philip John Sheridan of the Union Army.
Yes.
So he is a soldier from a family of soldiers all the way back to the Civil War, a soldier who fought for Abe Lincoln.
Yeah. Yes. Which I think is pretty cool. And because there's a lot of books that I read, including my favorites, The Wheel of Time, where the Civil War references are all about the Confederacy. I'm like, really?
I know.
Why?
Come on.
Why?
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Yep.
Anyway, other things. I don't think I have anything else. We don't actually get any indication in this episode. I don't think. We hear Sheridan talking with General Haig, but I don't think we get any indication that there's something going on behind the scenes, because we will get that later, where we get indication that Sheridan is working with other people in the military who believe that that Santiago was killed, and they believe something weird is going on. So I think General Haig is involved in that, but we don't get any. I don't think we get any indication in this episode that that's the case.
No, and there's the little line of there's the moment where they say the president has something he wants from you that alludes to the idea that it's the new president.
Yes,
but then later we hear that it was Santiago who had him pegged as being the backup.
Yes, I think that's a case of and they do say this explicitly of the new president, Clark, having a really bad read on Sheridan, where he's like, "You're a war hero, so obviously you hate aliens like me." Whereas, and the word they use, and so I'll just use the word that they use in the show, is that Santiago knew that John Sheridan was a true patriot, in that he fought for his planet because he loves his planet, but he believes in the ideals and whatnot. He's not like a jingoistic patriot; he's a sincere.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's that. But yeah, I don't know if I have anything else. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. There's a lot that gets given in this episode, but it's just handed to them.
I know. And I also wondered, we had to talk about Michael O'Hare in this with them. And I was like, do we do we hang on to the is Sinclair going to show up in episode 2, 3, 4, 5? Is he going to show up again, or do we like clue them in? But I'm glad we did, and I think we had to. And also, people would have been like, "Why aren't you talking about what's going on?" But then also, I just found this in the Lurker's Guide that I just want to share, and I wish we had said this to them because it's fine. It's not a spoiler. But the question was, how important to the arc is Sheridan? And JMS's line is, how critical was Aragorn to the storyline of Lord of the Rings?
Exactly.
Exactly. Answer a question with a question.
Yes. I don't want to like let them know that Michael O'Hare returns. I want to keep that a secret. But they will see him this, for sure. They will see him this season, like just in a little bit. Not a flashback, actually.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, like a video. Like he's like in Minbari clothes or something. I can't remember exactly, but they will see him briefly, like very briefly, this season, and then he'll come back for a 2-parter next season. So, yeah. So I'm just gonna say this just for people for the Charlies. Although Charlie won't be listening to this part. Although she's on season 4, she'll listen to this part eventually.
Oh yeah, she can.
But just because when we were talking about what happened with Michael O'Hare, I could see how moved Allie was while this was happening. Like she was, I think she was crying at one point. Like it's really tragic.
Yeah,
tragic story, and it's hard to. I mean, I talked about this with you before. Like I want to honor him, and he wanted people to know, but it is like. It does change your perspective on not only what's coming up in the story, but also what happened, like what you saw again. Like it, there's no way that you can't. Yeah.
No, but on another level, like we were saying about the fact that, this is fiction and these are all humans writing, directing, being in it, acting in it. And I think it honors them and their craft and their work and their humanity. When we do look at it in a different light and say, this is what you were struggling with as this was happening. And it's tragic, but it's also heroic to say, this is what you were going through. And you were still letting us tell this story and taking us on this journey, and how much more authentic in a way that was his lived experience in that moment that is really beautiful, and what a gift that he shared that with us.
Very true. See, I really don't think I have any further thoughts for our Grey Council. Do you?
No, I don't. I mean, we could I don't really have anything specific that's like this week that we can't like get into next week either, or that's like specific to this. I mean, there's so much that it's it will sprinkle forward into the season.
It will be for sure. Sorry. I just got an alert from Discord. It just makes me laugh. There are people who have been waiting for Bruce Boxleitner to show up because they have a crush on Bruce Boxleitner. They're thirsty. So they've just been finally happy that they can start like gushing about him.
That's amazing.
Openly, not just in like the secret hidden Discord channels. You'd be like, look at my handsome boy. So.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they're not wrong. He is charming. He is charming. Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
that's great. All right.
So with that, yes, we will end our Grey Council, and we will see you next time. So please like the video or the podcast episode, rate and review us. You can check out Patreon for the unedited version of the reaction, or early access, or no ad-free versions of the podcast. It's all there. So yeah, please do that. And other stuff that you're supposed to do on you, like and subscribe. There we go. And with that,
like and subscribe, we'll see you next time. And all the things.
All the things. Bye. Babble On.